it's just like opportunity after opportunity kept coming up, and I was just so young and energetic and eager that I always found a way to make these things work. I think in retrospect, 14 years later, I can look back on that time and say, I might have been doing a lot of things, but I wasn't necessarily proficient in any of them. You know,
Mhm.
I was using the commodity of energy and my relentless work ethic, and I think that's what bought me time was that people were like, "Oh, this guy's everywhere. Like he's working at this event one night and then this event next morning, and he's open the like I was doing everything just to learn as quickly as I could in that space. And I think now, 14 years later, still an entrepreneur, but in a slightly different lens, but still within the vertical of food, still connecting with people about cooking. So they're cousins, but it's different now because it's all about developing a product for at-home use,
Mhm.
and it's cool. It's been a pretty interesting, story arc, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think like one of the things, one of the patterns that like kind of comes through your story is always like you mentioned is like that opportunity. And so being able to identify like in real time a risk or an opportunity and how you navigate it is kind of, pivotal to like success ultimately. And
It's
so when
almost
you're
like it's also like being just like naive too, right? Because you know the saying like you don't know what you don't know. Well, if you don't know anything, you're down to do anything. So it's like, but then when you've had situations not necessarily unfold the way you had hoped or planned or whatever, you take those as learning moments, right? And learning opportunities.